Alright, it's time to feed the Tegus again. I mean, they eat a lot, and they're not putting on any excessive weight. So, I mean, I just, you feed them. You gotta feed them. They're very, very hungry. They act like their lives depend on it. And Sassy, here, I got another small one. I gotta take a trip for 3.5 days. And so, I want them, if they had to go 3.5 days without being fed, they would probably lose hope and die. I mean, it's as simple as that. Come here, Sassy. Dodo. Oh, shoot. Come over here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Get it. Work. Ooh, that'd be fast. Oh, there it is. There it is. Now Matt gets fed, so I will have to do something with Sassy this time. Oh, Sassy is on high alert. Sassy's got, oh, watch my fingers, Sassy. Come here. I built their new, let me move the camera over here to show you. I'm excited about this. My camera viewfinder is so small. I built this UVB. I moved their UVB light hood in here, and so when they come up here, they've got UVB because they're not getting it otherwise. This is like 26 inches, so they're getting plenty of UVB right now. Sassy thinks my hand is food, or she thinks I got food in it, but they're getting UVB when they sit up here. Built that out of wood. Looks really, really nice. Really, really happy with it. Now Mac is gonna get his rodent. Here comes Sassy. Here, Mac. Watch, Sassy's gonna run over here and try to get it. Woo! No, you're not gonna get this one. This is Max. This is too big for you. Too big. Oh, too big. Oh. Oh, Sassy, you're gonna get in a fight with Mac. Oh, there you go. There he goes. You better hurry, Mac. Sassy's coming. Here comes Sassy. Oh, Sassy. Let go. Mac, you cannot let her have that. Get that. Sassy's a pig. She's got a lot of weight in her belly. She's a porker. She will eat until she explodes. I don't know if that's just the female Tegu thing or the motherly thing. I mean, she's not pregnant, but you know, it's like eat as much as you can whenever you can, just in case we get pregnant. I don't know. But there's Mac. Mac could eat like 5 of those rats, and you wouldn't see them in his belly. It's phenomenal how much they can eat. But that's it. I gotta take off for my plane flight for 3.5 days again, and I'm gonna leave them all in here and to fend for themselves. So they should be good and not need food again at least for 2 days. At least. Okay, y'all get along. Sassy's always looking for food. She knows I'm the food deliverer. What you doing, Sassy? You silly goose. Alright, I'm going to make the end of this video here. I just ate and I'm full and it's hot in here. That's one big sacrifice, is that I keep my house a lot warmer because of the reptiles that I have. I don't keep it at 77 where I like it to be, you know. I keep it around, 81 degrees. It may be, closer to 79, 80 in the actual my house portion, but these guys get out and they come into where I am, and I want it to be warmer. So a lot of sacrifice, and just keep in mind, while this guy looks, super cuddly and lovey-dovey and easy to handle, it took a long time to get here. Matt could be a ferocious animal. He could do me a lot of damage if he was threatened by me, or if I didn't, if he got scared, or he just wasn't happy where he is. He's obviously a happy Tegu, and I've done a fairly good job raising him. Mac is almost 4 feet long. Mac is a big, brawny, strong male Tegu. Almost 4 feet, as I mentioned. He might be just an inch short of 4 feet. Mac is such a lovable little baby. I mean, he's really developed into a wonderful animal, and very predictable. I've had touch and go times with him. Raising him from a baby, at 10 inches long, 9 or 10 inches long. That's when I got him, and I've raised him now. All this time, 2.5 years, and he's really become such a sweet animal. And I give him, I don't keep him in a cage locked up. He's got this huge room to roam around in, so he's not docile, because he's just been soul has just been diminished, in a small cage, and they've lost hope. That will make a Tegu become a little, doll, or a little stuffed animal. Because then they've just lost the urge to live and to be a Tegu. But Mac and my other Tegu, Sassy, they still they get fed live food, whole food, run around in this whole room. They do get taken outside. They live a really broad life. So they're 10% in a cage, and 90% doing whatever they want. So if that had a lot to do with how Mac acts now, I can't say, because I've only had two Tegus. I haven't raised 20 Tegus. But Mac is such a baby. I feel really confident and always holding him, always picking him up, even hand feeding him now. I always hand feed him. I've raised this guy hand feeding him with my hand, and not long tongs or different things where I'm like, oh, be careful. I just feed him, and I feel really comfortable with petting his head and touching his, holding his head. I can even open his mouth. He sleeps in my bed with me when I think he's cold and he needs to be warmed up, or I don't want him to roam the rest of the house just unattended and I'm still kind of sleepy. I'll pick him up and we'll put him in the bed with me, and he'll lay there for a little while until he gets restless or gets too warm and wants to walk around. Mac likes it about 77 to about 79 degrees. That's where he wants to be. And so people that raising their Tegus, I would make the assumption that Tegus being in the 100 degree to 110 degree cage, where a lot of people think they're tropical lizards, they got to be super hot. Mac runs away from 95 and higher degree and wants to go sit on a cold floor, in the air conditioner. That's his choice. That's what he wants to do every day. He wants to be a little cooler than on the warmer side, and so I just wanted to highlight Mac, as he's been such a wonderful lizard. Very predictable, very manageable, and very loving. It's a reptile. It's hard to believe that a big lizard like this could be such a such a cool, tame animal. But then again, if you're watching this video and you're new and I'm like, I want to get a Tegu, it's a ton of work. I mean, I can't even go into the level of sacrifice and the work that I put into raising Mac, and all the food, and I don't work a full-time job from 8 to 6. I mean, I'm a self-contractor, and I set aside tons of time to check on these guys, wipe their little heinies, clean their nails, help stuck shed, hand feed them throughout the day. Everything, they get so much attention. And obviously, if this was a dog would be more loving because you spend a lot of time with them. And so that's the likelihood that I have such a great Tegu is that I spend so much time with them and had built such a high level of trust. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Hopefully y'all are enjoying my series of videos on my Tegus and people that tune into my boa content. I just love my reptiles. They're the highlight of my life. My most prized possession are the animals that I am in charge of. And hopefully they can go with me when we get raptured out of here and I go to live with the Father in heaven. And then I can have my pets with me. All right, bye-bye.